See the colonialism, just the heart of colonialism pumping. You see it, you feel it. And I say that because Olin was pointing out to me that all the administrative buildings that are immediately next to El Templo Mayor, including the churches, they're all built with the stone from the teocalis that were, and the administrative buildings or of the government buildings of Tenochtitlan. What's left of Tenochtitlan is all underneath, and it's sad that we had to see it that way. And hopefully you're able to see it that way, that everything you see around there, whether it's the churches, these other government buildings there, that it's like it's a disrespect, and there's no beauty in what you see there in these structures of whether it's the churches. There's no beauty, because in order for those churches to be built and these other buildings to be built, they had to kill and enslave and rape and invade, starting with an invasion of our ancestry, of the Mexica. And it was sad. It was sad. And what's also sad about it was, that we got to talk with someone who we thought was going to be able to enlighten us or to share with us the struggles that our people are in there in Tenochtitlan, in trying to revive our heritage and defend it and protect it. And we got the opposite from this person who was a danzante, an older man. And I'll let Olin describe a little of the encounter we had with this individual.
Yeah, it's like Jesse was saying about the structures around what's called the Zócalo. We know that underneath the Zócalo itself, there are more of Tenochtitlan structures. Remember the so-called Aztec calendar? It was found in the walls of the cathedral there. The Coyol Chauqui, or what is called the Coyol Chauqui, was found there by the Templo Mayor. And now they found a brand new one at Tlaltecutli, very similar to the Coyol Chauqui. Found also there. What else is underneath the cathedral? What else is underneath the presidential palace?
Just to interrupt, since you were mentioning only the recent found structure or sculpture.
Yeah, that's why it was at Tlaltecutli.
Yeah, but why was it found? How was it found?
By accident, because there was a building that had been hit by an earthquake that they had not been able to rebuild, and as they were digging foundation, they found it. But the building next to it has something similar. We know for a fact that the whole central part of what is called Mexico City has structures on it. In the same way that when they were digging for the metro, they found lots of art. They found teocalis, pyramids. So underneath the city, there are the foundations to other structures that existed. So we have a lot of different forms of the culture that is still underneath the city. But to continue, the Zócalo is an example of the condition of our people. And we met this older danzante, older than myself, and we started initially a good conversation. And when I mentioned the sadness that we felt, Jesse and myself, about the buildings around us, that underneath is all this treasure of our ancestors and our heritage and who we are, and how we felt having all these colonial buildings is a vulgarity, a dishonor to us, and that they should be removed. He was outraged that we said this. He says that we should learn to appreciate the building of the colonial buildings.
The beauty.
The beauty of the colonial buildings. And needless to say, the conversation got less friendly after that. And this was the danzantes, spokesperson for the danzantes there in the Zócalo. And he spoke other forms of cowardice and treason. And it was very disheartening, because for us, as a people, we have to have the courage to remove those buildings. and use whatever materials that were used in those buildings to reconstruct our teucalis, our other structures. And in the same way as we remove those buildings, we have to remove the colonial languages. We're forced to use this language right now. Or podemos estar hablando en español, que no es nuestro idioma, it's not our language. We have to remove all that, and we got to take back all that is ours. Get rid of the filth that they have piled on us, whether it's those colonial buildings or the languages or the names that have been given to us, because those are the names of slaves. Those are the ideas of slaves, and we have to have the courage to remove those buildings and remove everything else that is colonial. But for now, obviously, I could be speaking to you in Nahuatl and you wouldn't understand what I was saying to you, or in Maya or whatever other of our languages. So we have to remove the filth off of us, little by little, cooperating, helping each other remove this filth. But it starts with knowledge. That day, that evening, actually at Templo Mayor was a very sad evening, because knowing that some of the people that supposedly are taking back our heritage, it's all rituals and ceremonies. It's got nothing to do with being warriors. It's got nothing to do with liberating our people. And on the other hand, we've met people who are, they are about knowledge. They can speak Nahuatl. They can quote to you all the Teucali locations, all the rulers of the Mexica and the rulers of all the cities and all this. But they're not interested in liberating our people. As a matter of fact, they're not even interested in educating our people with this knowledge. For them, it's just personal, intellectual, strength. It's not about liberation. It's not about sharing. So be careful that you don't get caught up in just intellectually masturbating on the beauty of all this, or intellectually masturbating about the knowledge and the history that you know. And don't get caught up in just rituals and ceremonies for ritual religious masturbation. That's part of the problem that we have. We have to move on beyond those slave mentalities, and this Tenochtitlan mutilated, defecated on, raped, dishonored, all of these different things. We have to change that. And sadly, there are too many of our people, way too many of our people, who are happy, joyous with the monstrosity that has been done to us. So, as you can tell, neither of us had a pleasant experience with the so-called Templo Mayor, with the little scar that is showing from what is left of Tenochtitlan. We're planting seeds through the internet, since that's kind of the new communication tool for the world. That's where this is being disseminated. So this is the classroom. This is the inspiration for you. This is the guidance for you. This is something that we hope will get you to see things that you were not able to see before. If it means you just concentrate on your family, that's a good start. But from there, try to work on some people in the neighborhood. Share the materials with them. Share the ideas that you've picked up. Maybe they don't want to read the website. Maybe they don't want to read the books. Show them some videos. Okay, invite them over to your house for a party. A party of knowledge to discuss identity, why we're not Hispanic or Latino, to discuss the basic heritage of our people, going back to the Olmecs and talking about the Mayas and talking about the Mexica and talking about Teotihuacan, and then talking about the genocide that killed 95% of our people and how we're 5% that have survived. Take some actions, intelligent actions, like being part of the work that we're doing here with Mexica Movement. Meaning, okay, at least go to the website, read the material there.